Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of this tutorial series, this little series on making a character. In this one, we're going to do the retopology. Now, for those who don't know what retopology is, it basically means make this guy look like he does now, kinda, but more with this amount of polygons. Now, I did some research and I told you guys this in a couple of videos already. The average character nowadays is about 10,000, 15,000 polygons. Like the guy character from Drake. I, I think he's called Drake from that adventure game. I forget the name. Okay, then let's take the guy from The Last of Us. He is about 12,500 polygons. Now, as you can see, this character is 130,000, which is way, way, way too much. So with retopology, what we're basically are going to do is make this one look a lot less high defined. So I'm going to drag out everything that I don't want to be in my character. For you guys, if you want to make one character that keeps wearing the same clothes, you can just leave them there and do the entire character. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to make different parts because you can wear different clothing in the game. So I'm going to have to do it like this. I do like the way that this looks on the character though. Okay, so retopology. Basically what we need is we need to go to create. We get a plane, we make sure that it's in the middle underneath our character. And on this part, I made it mirrored. So I can just take half of this plane, mirror it, and everything will be fine. So let's put it in the right location. Like this. Now, the thing is, because I made different objects, as you can see, these shoots, I don't need to do too many polys on that because they're kind of small. I did, however, make a little kind of shoe-like thing, but it needs a lot less polygons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 10,000 maximum. Give this character about 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, and 1,000. So I know for all my clothing, I'll be going for 3,000 polygons. For all my shoes, I'll be going for 1,000. For all my pants, pants, I'm going to go for 3,000. If it's less, that's good. If it's more, well, that will make it a lot harder for you guys. I forgot to do something very small. There we go. Very loud background music. So, yeah, that's basically what we're going to do in this video. Let's start by making the face because that's one of the hardest things to do. And that's why I'm going to do this together with you guys. Vertices. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put it on the face. I'm going to scale it down a lot more. And I'm going to apply a mirror modifier. Add the clipping tool. And I'm going to start by starting here, going around the mouth. So what do we need to do is we need to tack on this magnet thing, go to faces, and that will snap these ones to the model, like so. Now it could be that I'm going to be a little bit too detailed on the face, but that's not a big deal. So I'm just going to drag out a couple lines. As you can see from the side view, they're clipping nicely to the body. Now I'm going to do the same for this one. So a little bit of detail. trying not to go too detailed, but at the same time trying to add in enough detail so I can at least do something with the character. Now let's make faces out of these, like so, and there we go. So moving closer to the mouth, the nose will have, well, this part will have like 2 pieces, and this part will have 2 pieces, and this is the center point of the mouth, of the face. So I'm going to make this one into 2 pieces, this as well, this one, and as you can see, I'm adding in a lot of detail for the mouth, which I actually shouldn't be doing because he will be wearing masks and stuff like that. So one more here, here, and this will give us a couple faces that we can already fill in. It will not be perfect, but close enough. So now this is going to be the hardest one to do. I would like to have more faces over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, drag it down like this. So I've got a face like this, a face like this, a face over here, and a face over here. And if I go to the solo view, you can see I'm going nicely around the mouth. You can see the nostrils. Okay. This one should, however, be more like over here. Fine. So now I'm going to put this one here. Tap it in. And I'm going to do the mouth. Now I'm going to do this in 2 pieces. Seeing there are some pieces of the face that we don't really need to do that high defined, like the eyes, because I didn't put any detail in the eyes. So I'm just going to do this. Try to get it as closely to the middle point as you can. And again, fill in these vertices. This one can go there as well. And now if we look, you can see we've got ourselves a nicely looking top lip. If I go to smooth mode, you can see it's nice and smooth. Back to this one. And now the bottom lip. I'm going to start again with the middle point. One here, one here, one there, and one at the bottom part. So I'm putting a lot of detail in the mouth. On itself, that's not a big problem. But you need to be careful that you don't overdo it. And of course, at some point in the game, you won't be able to see these ones, so there's no real need to make these this big. Okay, so this one, and here. Okay, now we've got ourselves a mouth. Once I tapped in all of these, and this is just to give him nicely looking expressions as well. There we go, we got ourselves a mouth. Very good. I am going to drag this one up a little bit more. And now we need to fill in everything else. So I'm going to put a line here, a line here, 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 and there. Because I don't need to add in too much detail in here. Normally my program will take all these faces and make them look a lot better. I am, however, not happy with the way it looks at the moment, so I'm going to drag them a little bit closer. Now I've got a face over there. And the face over here. Going to drag. Basically, from this point on, it's just making it look nice and filling in the face. I think you guys get the concept, the idea of what I'm trying to do, but the mouth is actually the hardest thing to do. I'm going to start a time lapse, and should I encounter things that I think, okay, this is hard, I'm going to explain it to you guys. I will stop the video. I will stop the time lapse and explain it to you guys. So I'll see you guys after the time lapse. A little thing that I'm going to tell you guys while I'm doing this. Uh, don't spend too much polygons on something you won't be using. I mean, I'm already at 200 vertices. That's 1/10, and I still need to do all the rest of this model. Okay, the face, it needs the most detail, as you can see. Where's my smooth button? Smooth. This is to make the character look more realistic and better in the game itself. So you can basically use these images if you add in a mouth and stuff like that. You can use this for animating the mouth and making the character talk, which I'm not going to do. But yeah, just saying. I will, however, do a tutorial on how to make characters talk and mouth movements and stuff like that. But that's going to be later. So for example, the chin, nobody's going to see that, so you don't need to put any effort into that. In my case, I didn't do the back of the head or anything, so that doesn't need any detailing either. I will, however, need to put in details for the back and stuff, because there will be a character, there will be a skin, an outfit that's going to be like the broken Dragon Ball Z Goku fighting type. So with the rogues, with the top of his clothing broken over here, so you can see the chest and the back. But yeah, just saying that. As you can see, I did a lot of detail to this part, and from now on, I'll need to do a lot less detail to this character. So I'll see you guys after the time lapse. Okay, so I say a lot of okay, but for me, this is like uh, half an hour that I've been working on just the face. So yeah, okay. Again, okay. Grab X. Whoops, maybe I should put it on increments. Grab X. As you can see, it's not the same, but with with the normal mapping, this guy is going to look kinda almost the same as this guy is looking. The only difference that you're going to have is you will probably see a couple of the edges which you don't really see on the main character itself. So I got 600, almost 700 faces, 350 vertices, dots on this character. So that's 1/8, 1/7 of, well, almost 1/5, so 1/6 and half actually of this entire model is just the face, and that's going to double because this is mirrored. So once I apply the mirror, this is going to be double, meaning I'll have to make sure that I reduce the rest of the body more than enough to make it fit. And the hands, I'm going to have to do a little bit more work on than the rest of it. For example, the chest, that can be like 6, 7, 8 pieces. These things can be 2, 3 pieces. So the muscles, I can do them in in bigger pieces, except for these ones, the arms and the hands. As you can see, I did some fingers. It's been a very long time since I did something like this, but I did fingers, I did hands, and I'm proud of them. So let's continue on the model. Welcome back, everyone. So, as you can see, I'm done with the top part of the character, and this thing has already 1177 vertices. Now, seeing this is just half of the model, and I didn't even do the legs, this times 2 is about 2600 2400 vertices, meaning I've got only 600 left to do the legs, meaning that's 300, seeing I'll need to reduce the, well, I have to split it in half. So yeah, I hope I can make it. Normally that should be fine. I should be able to finish it. But yeah, until now, I hope you guys noticed how painstakingly hard this was. This hand. I hope you guys realize how annoying it was to do that, and that you saw that in the video as well. The face and all, I don't care. It was acceptable. But that face, that hand, damn, that was so annoying to do. And this is what it looks like without being on top of this model. So this guy at some point is going to look like this. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like much, but with with the normal mapping on top of this guy, everything will be fine. He will look the way we want him to look. Well, sorta. He's not going to look exactly the same, but he's going to be close enough. So let's do the lag and call it a video, shall we? Okay, guys, so I'm finished with this model. The rest of the model I'm going to do off screen because it's actually kind of simple to do those. I don't want to brag, but it is kind of simple to do those. Excuse me, you just do the same thing as you did to the character, like I just did, but you apply. I'm going to apply this modifier. No, wait, I'm going to wait. But you apply the whatchamacallit, the solidify modifier, just to get the little depth that you had for the normal that we had before we did this model. So yeah, I did the leg, I did the body. Now let's add in some seams so we know what we are working with. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to do the arm as a single object, the hand as a single object, and I tried, but I failed to do my textures so the arm would be a single object. There. So spacebar, mark seam. I'm also going to do the shoulder as a single object. I should get one more. This one is the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. For those who are very old, like me, they know what that means, the ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so mark seam. I want the chest to be one piece, but no, do I want the chest to be one piece? Yeah, why not? I am, however, going to make a line so this side is different from the front side. I'm going to put that line right over here. So this is one piece folding open frontwards, and this is one piece. Now let's put a line for the arms. I'm going to put it at a place that we barely see, that we won't ever see in the game. Well, we will see it, but it's not that important. Up until there. Mark seam. And now I need to mess around with the hand that I kind of messed up. Oh, okay, it's still kind of fine. Like this, mark seam. I do want to have the top part of the arm separate from the bottom part, so I'm going to separate these two. Like, where is the line? Here. Like this. So we got our top arm, our lower arm, our hand, our shoulder, our chest, and our back as separate objects. Now the next thing that I want to have as a separate object is the face. And I did some lines just to get the head as a separate object for starters, because the head needs to be a separate object. There we go. Now the face. I could do this in a couple of parts, but I'm just going to keep it nice and clean. I'm going to take this line right here for the face. There, mark seam, that's going to be the face. On the face, I want the nose as a separate object, so I'm going to take the nose. That's this guy right here. Whoops. Mark seam, and I'm going to put a line in the middle of the nose until there for the unwrapping. The mouth I can keep in the same object if I really want to, so I'm going to keep it in the object. The eyes, the same thing, I can keep them in the object, in the same unwrap. This will just make it look a little bit strange, but we can still work with it because he's going to wear a mask. I told you guys he's going to wear a mask, and because he's going to wear a mask, I don't need to put too much effort into that. Now I want to get the fingers as separate objects. Yeah. Mark seam. Mark seam. Mark seam. And mark seam. I forgot to do the thumb. The thumb is going to be unwrapped as well. Like this. And now it's just dragging in a line to make the unwrapping look better. That's the middle point. I will need to take this one as well, and let's just take all these edges and unwrap them as well. Seeing it's a finger, you don't need to put any real work into it because it's a finger. But I'm just gonna for fun. So again, these lines. There. And I'll need to do that for these two fingers as well. Let's do that in a time lapse real fast. There. So that's done. Now the rest of the hand, I'm going to make the hand in two pieces, the inside and the outside. So I'm going to draw a line here between the fingers. Let's try to keep the same line. And on the outside, I'm going to take this line. There. And I need to do the same over here. So line. Okay, so we've got the hand, we've got the arm, we've got the chest, we've got the face. Now it's time for the leg. The leg I'm going to do in one piece, just one part. There's nothing much to see on the leg, so I don't need to put it more detailed. There, mark. This view. Yep, that should be fine. Okay, so now we did that, we can go and unwrap. So I'm going to drag out a second screen. UV editor. Oh, I'm going to select everything. My mouse just died. I'm going to have to change the battery. There we go. I'm going to select everything. You unwrap. And as you can see, it looks acceptable. But the thing is, we don't want everything to be this close to each other. I'm changing my seat a little bit because I've been sitting down for, again, 2 hours, 3 hours. So I'm going to drag all the fingers to each other, and I'm going to turn off this thing. That's the nose. Oh wait, I can't do this yet. Very important, apply the modifier and then do the unwrapping. This makes everything look a lot cleaner. And S.8, okay, S.8, S.8. Make sure that you selected everything. And now I'm going to just make things have a little bit of space between them. These are the hands, as you can see. This is another hand. So now we've got more than enough room to separate everything. I think this this thing that I just moved is the head. I'll grab. And this is going to be a very, well, an acceptably big image. You guys will see what I mean in a second. So we unwrapped it. I'm going to scale this up S10. So we've got a really, really big image. I need to get the right map. Ow, 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 my ear. It's, where is it? I need to know where this map is. So I placed this map in my Dropbox folder for some reason. But I need to find my Dropbox folder. So I scaled it by 10. This way he's bigger, and this is better for unwrapping. So I'm going to go and look for the location. Export, OBJ for now. Selection only, very important. Don't write the materials. And now let's have a look for the map. I think it's in here. No. That's my Steam apps. Is it in here? Dropbox. There we go. I called it under construction, assets, and I'm going to make a map in in Unity real fast. So you guys, I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. There we go. Connecting. And again, my mouse died. I'm going to replace the battery after the video is done. Open. It's not in here. It's in new map, Dropbox, undercover, under construction. I'm sorry. So this is going to open. I'm going to take make a map, a folder called models. Duh. And in this map, I'm going to export this dude. So assets, models, and I'm going to call him. Let's call him David. David skin. Because all the rest, all the other things are going to be shirt and blah 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 and this and that. So David skin, S.1 to scale him down again. I don't need this to be on that anymore. I'm going to drag him here. I'm going to take the high poly, S10, file, export as David skin HP. David skin. Once I did the normal mapping, I'm going to make the skin smaller and paste it over the one that I have now. This is going to take a little while to okay, this was actually very fast. And now in my map models, this is going to load in for a little bit. Let me drag my screen to the right screen. Come on, show me. Show me the skin. I could already change this. So D drive, new map, Dropbox, under construction, assets, models. There we go. And I'm going to save it in here as David skin. Okay, so David skin 1000 is too little. This guy, because he's an acceptably large model, and you will see most of this model, I'm leaning to go for 4000, but that would be too much. So let's first try with 2000. The high poly, remove mesh. The low poly, remove mesh. So the low poly, it should be in models. There we go. X normals. Are you the high or the low poly? I think you're the high. So David skin, this is the low poly. And this is the high poly. So baking options, normal, height, and ambient occlusion. Those are the three that we need. And again, my mouse died. I'll definitely have to get a new battery for it. Come on. And I'm not going to end the video. I'm not going to put a pause in the video for this. Come on, get in. So I'll just use my mouse pad. So I'm going to generate these three maps. Just for now, I can drag this guy in. He's going to be very, very big. As you can see, I'm going to rotate him. Yeah, no, because we're looking at the back side of him, so I don't really need to rotate him. So this is our character. I'm going to give it nothing. I'm first going to wait until this is done. This is fine. So the normal map is done. Now he's doing the ambient occlusion map, because he also already did the height map. For the fingers, I can see that there's problems there, so I'm probably going to give him gloves. Yeah, you can see it here. There's problems with the fingers. The nose looks fine. The hands look fine. The chest looks fine. The face looks funny. Okay, so all of these look fine. Now let's... God damn it, I hate it when my mouse dies. Now let's wait until these skins get loaded in. Right click, create, material. And this is going to be called David skin. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put it on top of the character, drag the normal map to the normal map thing, fix it, and there you go. This doesn't look too bad, now does it? It actually looks really good, to my opinion. We can go around the character. Yeah, he actually looks pretty good, as you guys can see. But we can make him look better, which we are going to do now, by adding in the height map. And I'm going to put the height map really low. The higher you make it, the more it starts glaring, and I don't want that. Also, this should be standard specular map and the occlusion map. So there we have it. I could select this guy and say 0.1. And that should scale him. No, I'm not going to apply that. So just 1. And in here, I'm going to, where is he? Select him, drag him back, and export him like this. OBJ, David skin, And seeing we don't need this guy anymore, the big guy, we can delete him. Now what last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a collider. I can always take it off if it messes up everything else. And it probably will mess up everything else, so I'm just going to take off the collider immediately. Yeah, okay, I did something really stupid now. You guys won't believe how stupid I was. I'm trying to put the collider on the high poly object, so he's now calculating a collision map for my high poly object. That's basically how stupid I am. And that's going to maybe crash my Unity, I don't know. But yeah, so put the collider on the normal skin, the normal David skin or whatever you called it. Put the collider on that one, and then basically you're done. Now the next thing that you need to do is, okay, are you the high poly? Yes, I'm going to delete this one before it messes up even more. And here, as point 1, I'm going to scale him down, drag him over here so he won't bother me, maybe a little bit closer so he won't bother me at anymore. Let's go back to Unity. This guy, generate colliders, and I'll definitely have to delete them again. But yeah, let's select him. Okay. So as you can see, he looks pretty good. Even the eyes look acceptably good, considering I didn't do anything to them. It even looks like he has pupils. So that's that. Where's my light? Directional light. Where are you? Let's rotate you a little bit so I can see more. I think the red one. There we go. So rotate it. I'm calculating it. And as you can see, he still looks pretty good. I am, however, going to change something about the occlusion map because I don't need this big of an occlusion map. Yeah, it actually doesn't really make that much of a difference. The specular, if I put it on completely black, it's going to be a different style than when I put it on red or whatever. I can put it on something like this, give it more of a gold. Okay, this is a golden character now. Okay, nobody complains. This is a golden character. So like that. That's more like a skin colored character, and that's a completely golden character. I don't need that. I just want him to be like this. Maybe just a little bit, a soft touch. There we go. So yeah, and this one, it has to be on black because we're going to add in a skin on top of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I learned that my butt starts to hurt after 3 hours of recording. Well, actually 9 hours of recording because I recorded other things as well. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Tell me something in the comments if you want to have a specific tutorial on something that I did in this video or the previous video. And yeah, I'm going to do the other two objects, the shoes, the shirt, and the pants. I'm going to do in a separate video, not in a video. You know what? I'm going to make a time-lapse video on that, but not a tutorial video. So if you want to watch that, you can watch that. Else, it's on to tutorial 3 where we're going to texture everything that we just did. So I'll see you guys in that video. I'm also going to replace my mouse battery. Bye everyone.